Hi everyone, it's Alyssa from Livia in Rochester here with another total body workout. Happy Wednesday. If it's your first time working out with me, just a little background. I have a bachelor's degree in exercise science from Concordia in St. Paul and have been training with strength with my own personal interest and hobby for about 15 years. So been going pretty strong there. With today's workout, you can expect 30 minutes. The equipment you'll need is a chair, something pretty sturdy, some hand weights or water bottles or any type of resistance if you do bands, anything like that, kettlebells. Also a resistance loop if you have something like that would go over the knees. And then also for today, if you're working out on a hard floor, something like a washcloth, rag, that you'll be able to slide around on, and if you're working out on a carpet, a paper plate, or even like a coffee filter sometimes will work. So depending where you're at, grab one of those. And then just a reminder that you're taking breaks as needed for water or just to catch your breath. So anytime you feel you need a break, just go ahead and do that. And then if you're new to any sort of exercise program, make sure you talk to your doctor and get a clearance and the okay to get started. So we're going to start here with our warm-up. I like to start with jogging in place just to get everything loosened up. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. This is a good warm-up move just to get your whole body moving and get the blood flowing. We've got about 10 seconds left here. And we're moving into punches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, for punches, come into a stance with our feet just about slightly over hip width apart. Then we're planting our feet there, bending the knees, and punching across the body. This is to warm up the upper body. So, 30 seconds. Just doing across. Opening up the core. Opening up the chest and loosening up. Good warm up move here. We get 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next we're going into jumping jacks. 30 seconds. Jacks are always a good warm-up move. Any sort of jumping movement is going to get the heart rate up. Good to add that in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last warm-up move are skaters. So skaters starting on one side, make sure you have plenty of room. 30 seconds here. Moving over, planting on that outside foot. The inside foot goes behind, and your opposite hand drops down. More jumping movements here, but also really good for warming up the lower body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to end on the opposite side that you started so you're getting equal movements there. That's it for our warm-up. So first we're starting with our lower body. I like to work bigger muscles first, so we're using most of our energy for those. So first muscle group is the front of the thighs, front of the legs, quadriceps. We're also working in our calves with this movement, so lower part of the legs. Doing a squat into a calf raise. So it works best if you have some resistance. If you're just doing body weight, that's fine too. It just depends where you're at. So you can grab whatever resistance you have, whether it's bands or hand weights or water bottles. So starting with a regular squat, going feet shoulder width apart, hip width apart. Pretty, toes should be pointed forward, but slightly out. We're sitting back, like we're sitting into a chair. So form is really important here. You don't want to slump like this. You don't want to go over your toes with your knees. You want legs 90 degrees, sitting back. So we're going into a squat, into a raise. So when you come up, you're raising up on the balls of your feet or your toes into a calf raise. So you should feel that all the way up. So we're doing 30 here. Weights are best if they're at like a 90-degree angle at the elbows, kind of resting up against the body. I'm going to demonstrate from the side and then I'll turn to the front. So we've got 30. Here we go. 1, back, and all the way up onto the toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, turn to the front here, 16, 17, 18, really want to power through, 19 on that raise, 20, we got 10 more, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Notice how my knees are not 27, coming in as I push up. I'm keeping them out. 29, 30. All right. Now we've got our single leg hamstring curl. So this is going to be the back of the legs. We're working them individually. So for this, like I said, if you're on a carpet, you'll want a paper plate or even a coffee filter. Since I have a hard floor, I have just an old washcloth that I don't particularly care for. So if you want the mat behind you, you can go ahead and what you would do is just come down low enough to where you can still get your leg far enough under your, you want your leg far enough under. So you'd want the mat just to be right out covering the bum, getting some extra support there if you need it. I'm just going to demonstrate without the mat, but feel free to use it. Just make sure your legs are free to move around. So, coming down onto the floor, this is a single leg sliding curl. We don't have machines, so this is what we're using. So, starting with the foot close to the bum, the glute muscle, we're raising up onto our left leg. So we're going to start with our left leg. We're going to do 8 for each leg. So this is pretty tough. We're coming up, raising up through, pushing through the heel, pulling up through our hips, keeping our hips square. Then, as we lower down, we're sliding that leg, our left leg, all the way down into a curl. So that's 1. Then we can plant our right foot, pull it back up. Then we're gonna hold all our weight on our left foot again. Leg up, right leg up, sliding down. Slow and controlled. That's 2. You guys getting it? Coming up, use both legs to get yourself up. Kick the right leg out. Slow and controlled slide down. 3. You should really feel it in the back of your legs. We've got 5 more. Kick the leg out. Slowly slide. 4. Back up. Kick. 5. Coming back up. 6. 2 more on this side. Back up. 7. Back up. 1 more. The longer you can hold it while you're sliding, the more you're going to feel it. Now we're switching legs. So slide the washcloth or the paper plate over whatever opposite leg. Now we're using the right. So same move. Use your other leg to help you up. 1. Coming up for 1. Kick the leg out. Slide it down. Slow and controlled. That's 1. Up again. 2. If you are able to bring your dominant foot back here, or your foot that you're using, without dropping this leg, go ahead and do that too. Sliding down. 3. If you need the extra support to get back up, go for it. Kick out. 4. If this is too much of a challenge, you can hold this other leg out. Just don't put as much weight on it. So put as much weight on this leg that you're working as you can. If you need this other leg dropped down for support, that's fine. All right? However you need to modify it, but just keep going. We're at 5. I might have shorted this one, sorry guys. 6. If I forget where I count, I always add. 7. One more. And 8. All right. That was hamstrings, or back of the legs. Now, we're going to work our glutes, or our bottom, which is a very important muscle group to work, just because they are a big muscle group and they are involved a lot in our posture and our walking and things like that, our gait and everything. So for this, we're doing a single leg thrust. I'll demonstrate, but we're going to pause at the top for 3 seconds. Every time we come up, we're pausing for 3 seconds. We're doing 15 on each leg. If you want to add a resistance loop to make it a little more of a challenge, go ahead and do that. You can also modify it to make it easier. I'll demonstrate what it would look like with the extra resistance. And for the other leg, I'll show you more what it's going to look like to make it easier. We got 15 for each leg. I'm going to start on the left. So for this, we want our shoulders, our chair, make sure is supported. So I pushed mine up against the wall where it's not going to wiggle. We're putting the edge of the chair just below our shoulder blades. Neck should be neutral, so don't tense your neck. You can put your hands on your hips, is kind of a good twist for those. For this, starting with our left, we're going to keep our left leg at 90 degrees, bent at 90 degrees. We're going to keep our right leg out. Going all the way down, raising up, 1, 2, 3. Back down, 2, 2, 3. Down, 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. Keep pushing up through that left heel. 5, 2, 3. Keep the hips squared. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. 10, 2, 3. 11, 2, 3. Almost there. 12, 2, 3. I'm feeling it. 13, 2, 3. 14, 2, 3. One more. 15, 2, 3. So just wanted to demonstrate with the loop, just because I feel like I don't really ever add that in. But it is really good to get extra resistance, get an extra challenge. So now we're switching legs. Right leg, same position. Edge of the chair should be just under the shoulder blades. Neck is neutral. Right leg is going to be bent 90 degrees. Kicking the left leg out. Wait for 15. Remember, you're putting your weight in your heel, so the right heel. We're keeping our hips square. We don't want to be like this. We don't want to be like this. We just want to be straight on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. You're over halfway there. 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 11, 2, 3, 12, 2, 3, 13, 2, 3, 14, 2, 3. One more, and 2, 3. Awesome. All right, we're keeping on with the glutes or the bottom here. Like I said, I think it's a really important muscle group to focus for several different reasons, but for women especially, we tend to carry a little more fat in our lower body. Not spot condition fat, we've talked about this before, but you can focus on different muscles and redistribute where your fat is. So, you're doing an elevated glute bridge. So you can get your mat out. Make sure your chair has support. Not going to move on you. Putting our heels up on the edge of the chair. You can add the resistance if you want. We've got 20. Putting our weight in our heels, raising up. That's 1. Squeezing into the glutes, pulling up through our hips, pushing through our heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So our last lower body movement. 12, 13. Keep pushing. 14, 15. 5 left. 16, 17, 18, 19. One more. Squeeze. 20. Awesome. All right. We're done with our lower body. Let's get rid of this loop. I'm going to slide the mat back. All right. Next, we're moving to our upper body. So I'm going to the chest first. We're going to do a push-up, but we're going to change things up a little bit as far as the tempo goes. We're doing a 4, 1, 1, 1 push-up. As many as you can. Before you have to stop. If you want to do it on your knees, that's perfectly fine. You can use your mat. I like to have my hands on a steady surface, so sometimes the mats are greatest for that. Same with your feet. So I'm just going to demonstrate without the mat. If you need the mat, go ahead and use that. As many as you can. So 4, 1, 1. It's a 4-second lowering phase. 1 second hold at the bottom. It's a 1 second rise and a 1 second hold at the top. So demonstrate what that looks like, and then you guys can jump in whenever you're feeling comfortable and do as many as you can. Here we go. So we go down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1. Up is 1 second. Then you hold at the top 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1. 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1. You need to go to your knees. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1. Up 1. Hold 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1. 1, 1. So do as many as you can here. I'm going to start that one over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1. So as many as you can. And just trying to work up to more and more each time. Changing up the tempo is really good just for working on building strength overall. The more tension you can put on your muscles at a time, the more they have to work, the more muscle you're going to build. Moving on, we're going to do our back. So you don't want your weights whatever resistance you're using. You can use the mat if you'd like. I'm going to demonstrate without the mat, but we're doing our plank rows. I think are a really good move for upper body in general, but definitely for the back. So we alternate, but we're doing 10 on each side. So we're really doing 20 reps here at a time. Here we go, coming down back to that push-up position, plank position. And we're pulling up on our right side, down, up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome. It's a really good move for not only your back, but you're working your core as well. Next, we're moving on to our triceps. So back of the arms, that muscle, a lot of women, a lot of my female clients talk about wanting to lose flab behind their arms. So once again, can't spot condition fat, but you can work those muscles. Focus on them directly. The more muscle you have, the more fat you will burn. So for this, we are doing Turkish Get-Ups. This is actually going to work the shoulders more than the triceps. I kind of skipped ahead. So this is more for the shoulders, but it's actually an entire upper body workout, but we're adding in a little lower body as well. So I told you we were done with lower body, but I didn't. Just teasing. So, all right, for these, we're going to do 8 total. You can use weight if you'd like. If you're going to use weight, I just recommend kind of holding it up above your head, like a kettlebell, one arm, and use alternate arms, or I'll demonstrate without weight. So no matter what, whether you've got weight or not, you're not using your arms to assist you unless you need to. If you need the assistance from your arms, that's fine, but we're working towards no help from our arms. So what we're doing here is leg back, we're sitting down, and then we're raising up. So that'd be 1. And 2. So adding in how you get the shoulder workout in here is to add in the weight. So you're going to need some sort of resistance up top. I would recommend some dumbbells, or if it's too heavy there, do the water bottles, or even putting your hands in a fist is okay, but you really want to add in some resistance to the shoulders. It really is what makes the shoulder exercise. So we're going to start over adding in for the shoulders. Here we go. 1, you know the movement, we're adding in. This creates a lot of tension on the shoulders. 2, because as we try to stand up, our body is pulling from our upper body. 3, and with these weights here, the resistance added, I'm feeling the tension on my shoulders. 4, got 4 more, halfway there. 5, 6, 7, 1 more. 8, awesome. If you want to add a little more in for your shoulders, or if that wasn't the move you were able to do and you want to work your shoulders, one of my favorites is just a front to lateral raise, adding in a press. So adding front, lateral, press. Front, lateral, press. Any sort of resistance on the shoulders, raising the shoulders is always going to work those. But try the get-ups if you can. But they're really only effective if you have weight. So just some different move in there if that's not doable for you. Next, we have our triceps, or back of the arms. Grab your weights or your resistance is going to be best for this. We're going to do extensions. So arms should be in, elbows bent 90 degrees. Looks like this. Always soften the knees. Feet should be hip width apart. Soft at the knees, spine is neutral. Raising up. All we're doing is bending at the elbows. We're not swinging our arms, not falling back, just bending at the elbows. So we've got 15 here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, moving right into our biceps. We've got Bicep curls, so we're going up, flipping the weight, and lowering down, slow and controlled. We've got 10 here. 1, flip it, that's 1. Flip it, 2. Up, flip, 3. Up, flip, 4. Up, flip, 5. Up, flip, 6. Bicep curls, flip. You're always squeezing that muscle, so the front of the arms. 8. Squeeze that muscle and focus on it while you're moving. 10. Down. All right. Next, we're moving into our abdominals for our core. So we've got a couple different exercises here. First is a bird dog, and then last we're going to do some oblique raises, so side raises. So we've got 10 on each side here. The bird dog. So we're coming down into your mat, coming down on all fours. We're raising our right arm and our left leg alternately at the same time. So here we go. Then we're switching to the other opposite arm, opposite leg. So raising straight out. 1. 1. You got 10 on each side. 2. Pulling in through your core. 2 as you raise. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 8. 9. 9. One more on each side. Last one. Awesome. Coming down to one side. We'll just go to our left here. Up on this left elbow, left hip and ankle should be aligned. We're raising up, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Again, we're staying in a straight line for this, and we're pushing up through our side of our abdominal muscles here. So we're putting tension on those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, down. You can always feel free to do this workout that we just did twice, 3 times through, however many works for you. But for time purposes, we are going to jump into our cool down. So awesome work. Thank you for joining me on that. Stepping up into our cool down, we're going to do a quadricep stretch. So we're stretching the front of the legs here. So grab, reach back and grab your foot, pulling it in, straight line. Hold for a good stretch. For time's sake, I'm just going to speed it up, but you hold it as long as you can. If you need the support of the wall, always grab that. Hold for a good stretch here. And we're going to soften the knees, but not bending. Reaching down, keeping our legs straight as far as we can go. If you can go to here, that's fine. All the way to the floor, that's great. Keeping a straight body here. Should be stretching up the back of the legs. Hold for a good stretch. Now I'm going to stretch the upper body, so reaching over for the shoulders. Reach over and then cross with the opposite arm and then reaching over, looking over that shoulder. Hold for a good stretch there. Opposite side. Hold. And we're going to the back of the arm stretch, is always a good one. Help stretch out the upper body and the back as well. So reaching back, then grabbing that elbow with the opposite. One side. All right, awesome. Feel free to stretch as much as you need. Always take time for a cool down, but like I said, for time's sake, I'm just gonna skip through that part, is just shorten it a little bit, but always add in as much as you need and as much as you have time for. You can also add in stretching throughout the day, before bed, right out of bed, whatever works for you. But stretching definitely important. Cooling down and bringing your heart rate back down after workout is definitely important. Thank you for joining me. We have videos posted every Monday through Friday on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. If you have any questions about the exercises or the videos at all, send those questions to fitness@livia.com, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.